إن دعوة أهل السنة دعوة أهل الحديث دعوة السلفيين دعوة أهل الأثر تقوم على التربية والتصحيح.
What do I think about the Deobandi movement? I think it's a great movement. Definitely support that movement. They're the real ones. I am a complete fan of that movement, and I've had Deobandi teachers, multiple teachers. So I'm standing them. I'm a fanboy, no doubt about it.
He said himself, about himself, he said, I am a complete fan of that movement. And I've had multiple Deobandi teachers. I'm a fanboy, no doubt about it. End of quote. Let me just give you one fatwa from the Deobandiyya so you understand the fiqh of the Deobandi. So this is from Darul Ifta, deoband.com. Question number 4906. Answer number 4906. Published 20th of July 2008. Just in case people say you just made that up. The question that they are posed, Darul Ifta, the scholars of Deoband, Darul Ifta, Darul Ulum, Deoband. It's signed at the end. Assalamu alaikum. My wife wants to stay with Hindu man to whom she loves. It is question of Iman and also of Izzat. Want to ask, is there any kind of dua or wazifa to bring wife back home without giving her to eat or drink anything and keep her in control? That's the deep and meaningful question put to Darul Ifta. So Darul Ifta gives a deep and meaningful answer. They say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, after Isha Salah, take 11 grains of black pepper and recite Ya Latif, Ya Wadud 1100 times, with durood 11 times, before and after, while thinking your wife to love you. Having it done, blow on the black peppers and put them in burning fire and pray to Allah. Do this at least for 40 days. Allah knows best. Darul Ifta, Darul Ulum, Deoband. You couldn't make this stuff up. You don't have to.
They're preserving Islam with the scholarly tradition. They're preserving the Sunnah. What is the attitude or the guiding philosophy of the Deoband school of thought? That we follow Islam, we follow the Sunnah according to the understanding of the Sahaba and the Salaf. That's their understanding, and they implement it.
It is clear to anyone that this individual has never studied the books of Aqidah and methodology of the Salaf for him to make some of the comments that he's made. He has never studied the books of Aqidah, and this is further confirmed by the fact that he identifies himself as a Deobandi with the deviated Indian sect of Deobandiyya that only came about in the 1850s. So he identifies himself with a sect that is less than 200 years old, that has been refuted by the scholars of Sunnah and Hadith of India and outside of India. So it is no wonder that if you're going to identify yourself with a sect that is innovated and came about in the 1850s, no wonder you don't know the first thing about Usul Sunnah of Ahmad ibn Hanbal or Sharh Sunnah of Barbahari or Sunnah of Al-Muzani or the statements of Qutayba bin Sa'id or the books of Hadith and Sunnah and Salafiyah or the books of the great scholars such as Ibn Qayyim and Ibn Taymiyyah of the 8th century. He doesn't have a foggiest of what those books are talking about. You know, he's got the audacity to speak about the Aqidah of the Salafis while calling himself a fanboy of this stuff. So on one of their, there's another website that is called interislam.org. So on interislam.org, we have the life and miracles of Hazrat Shaykh Musaji, with a foreword from Hazrat Shaykh Maulana Yusuf Mutala Sahib. principal of Darul Ulum Arabiya, so on and so forth, Bury UK and so on. Bury UK senior Khalifa, okay, of Hazrat Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Zakaria Saab. Some fuqara, now this is the quote, and I won't add and I won't take away. Some fuqara give glad tidings of Hazrat becoming a great pious saint even before his birth. For instance, one majzoob, one who is lost in divine meditation, by the name of Nangi Miya, who used to stay naked because his clothes would burn away, used to come to Tad Keshwar from Baruch. On one occasion, Hazrat's grandmother, who was inclined to this majzoob, the one lost in divine meditation, she was inclined to him, requested him that he make dua that Allah Ta'ala, I'm reading exactly how it is, Allah Ta'ala grant them a son. The majzoob sahib commented, "What will you do with a son?" Then he, pointing towards Hazrat's mother, who was still in her childhood, and said, "This girl will bear such a son who will be a great and pious saint." Thereafter, he presented the household with a handkerchief and a ring, and he ordered to be given to that child. By chance, the local person at whose house the majzoob sahib was staying had found out about this favor. So out of jealousy and envy, he stole the handkerchief and ring. Hazrat's grandmother, went and informed the majzoob sahib regarding the theft. On hearing this, the majzoob sahib commented, "Whoever has stolen these things, his house will be destroyed." Hence 3 sons of that person died. After realizing the outcome of the mistake, the person presented himself with the handkerchief and the ring and apologized to the majzoob sahib, who said in return, "There is no need for this now." So this naked guy, end of quote. So this naked Pir Sahib travels from city. He can't wear clothes because as soon as he puts on clothes, they burn off his body. Right, so they burn away. So he's walking around naked. So this elderly woman sees him naked and she's inclined towards him, meaning towards his piety, not towards his nakedness necessarily, towards his piety. And she wants a child. So she requests from him to grant them a son. So instead he points to the young girl. She's a little girl. She said, "She will have a son and he will be a great pious saint." Fortune telling from a naked man.
I'm a fanboy.